Today's question is, how can I use Instagram to drive traffic to my podcast? What a lot of people don't realize is you can actually generate passive income just by people listening to your podcast. It's very similar to YouTube, and to be completely honest with you, it's actually easier to make money with a podcast than it is to make money on YouTube. So if you have created a podcast in your business because it's all the rage right now and you wanted another way to reach out to your audience, it's not going to help you generate income if no one ever listens. So if you have an audience on Instagram, you can utilize that platform to drive people to listen to your podcast. And a great strategy to do that is using the app called Wave. Now, I have been managing the Instagram account, Black Excellence Network of Lynchburg. And one of the things that I've been doing is playing around with different formats. Now, some of the people in my community have their own podcasts. And so when I was thinking about how to market their podcasts, I used the Wave app to create these really cool video posts on my feed that not only had a photo of the person, text to tell you about the podcast, but also a sound wave that actually moved at the same pace as the person talking. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to use the Wave app to create these types of graphics. You can use this strategy to create one post that just includes the trailer for your podcast. Or you can utilize this every single time that you upload a podcast to your channel by using a 60-second clip. Because if you use a clip that is up to 60 seconds long, it's going to show up in your feed, it will autoplay, and it will get way more traffic than something that's longer. So you can introduce your Instagram following to your podcast using this technique. So let's hop over to the Wave website. Wave gives you the power to leverage audio content to create social videos that drive more reach and engagement around your brand. It's fantastic for promoting episodes, highlighting guests, and sharing show clips. You can utilize this strategy to make one graphic to market your channel, or you can use it to take out sound bites from your episodes to tease people on what they can expect if they listen to the full episode. Now, they recommend that musicians can use it, easily upload your album artwork and turn songs into animated videos with waveform animations. For podcasters, you can turn audio clips from your podcast into shareable video highlights. Or for radio, Wave allows radio shows to easily repurpose audio on social media. So if you continue to scroll down, you can create square posts for Instagram and Facebook, vertical posts for Instagram stories and Snapchat, or horizontal posts for YouTube and LinkedIn. LinkedIn could be a great lead generation tool for your podcast, and creating little clips like this that will stand out in that feed could really jumpstart your podcast. So you can get started with a free plan and create up to 1 minute of video free. And so these are some of the options that are available once you create your account. And when you look at the pricing, it's fairly simple. Now, I have actually gone ahead and paid for the $10 a month. And what that allows me to do is to generate 10 minutes of video a month. And if you don't utilize your full 10 minutes, it will roll over to the next month. And the main reason why I chose to pay the $10 is they remove the Wave branding from the video once you have a paid account. Now, if you want to keep it completely free, you can stick to 1 minute of video monthly. Just know that the Wave branding will be on your video. So what we're going to do now is we're going to click at the top and we're going to log in. And so I'm going to show you how simple it is. All you need to do is create your design. You can select a recent design to re-edit, or you can start from scratch. And then you upload your audio. Once you upload your audio, it automatically places it within the file, and all you have to do is download it. So if I go here and click on Edit Design, I'm going to walk you through why I chose to set up this graphic the way that I did. Now, I think on social media, what's going to stand out more than just a normal graphic is a vibrant, colorful picture of the person who hosts the podcast, or potentially your guest on that episode. Now, if you have a podcast cover or graphic that you utilize on Spotify or Apple Music, that's completely fine. And I understand the mindset of wanting to have a consistent brand. But if you're going to use it on Instagram, it's going to perform higher if you utilize a picture of a person versus a graphic. So I utilized this picture of Charisse and I put that on the background. And so in the left-hand corner, I put the name of the podcast and her handle. So Business After Dark Podcast with Financial Fancy. Now, once I put the name of the podcast and a beautiful picture of Charisse in the background, then I just chose a waveform to put on top of the clip. Then I chose a waveform to put on top of the graphic. So if you look at the bottom, you have lots of different options for how the waveform is going to appear and what color it's going to be. So you can play around with the format based on the design that you choose. And when you're done, you're just going to click Save. Now you've got to make sure that you include a waveform so that when you upload your audio clip, the two of them are synced together. So remember, if you're trying to utilize this to promote a sound clip, you've got to give it something to work with. So make sure that you utilize the waveform feature in the bottom so that you can overlay it on top of the design. Then all you need to do is upload the file, or you can actually click on Record Now. And so you can actually record an audio clip directly in Wave to use where this waveform appears. So if you don't have something already segmented off, that's another way that you can do that. And a friend of mine has a thing that she does called the Morning Mental Minute. So if she wanted to save some time, once she creates that content for her email list and for her texting list, then she could hop over into Wave and record it directly within the website itself to save herself some time. So that's really all you need to do. You upload that design, and again, I used a photo and then I added the text, but you could also do the entire graphic in Canva if you wanted to, and just utilize that square Instagram template as a base for the background. Then you would add your audio. And I highly recommend, if you're going to utilize an audio clip, make sure that you put music to it. It's a very simple way for you to elevate the quality of that video content. Now, if you are looking for some royalty-free background music, let me show you really quick where you can look. So if you hop over to Google and you type in YouTube royalty-free music, the first thing you're going to see is called the YouTube Music Library, and you want to go ahead and click on that. When you do, it's going to take you to a collection of clips within YouTube itself, and it's going to say, "Welcome to the YouTube Audio Library. Browse and download free music for your project." Now it says project, which means it doesn't have to be just a YouTube video. You can utilize these clips in any form of marketing that you do without having to pay. You can search the audio catalog by keyword, artist name, and song title, or use filters. And then new audio clips are added every month, so make sure you come back and browse the latest music. So if you are bootstrapping into your business and you don't want to pay for the rights to use audio clips for anything you're creating in your business, the YouTube Audio Library is something that is readily available to anyone. So again, all you need to do is go to a Google search and just search for YouTube royalty-free music. And you can look down here, there are different moods and there are different lengths of time for these audio clips. And there are tons to choose from. If I select 100, there's at least 100 clips here. So again, you can utilize this to add music to your clips. So even if on your podcast you don't have any background music, I highly suggest utilizing background music when you put it on Instagram, when you put it on LinkedIn, and that will again up the production value of that clip and make it more exciting and more appealing, thus driving traffic to your podcast. So cross-promoting is a fantastic way for you to get your name out. If you have started something new, whether it's a YouTube channel or a podcast, and you have a very small following on that platform, but meanwhile, you have a lot of people who follow you on Facebook or a lot of people who follow you on Instagram, utilize techniques like the wave graphics to drive people to somewhere new. But I highly recommend, if nothing else, that no matter what platform you're on, you make sure that you have an email list, because remember, you do not own your social media platforms. Right now, TikTok is hanging by a thread in the US. And if the only way that you had to contact your followers was directly through that app, as soon as that app goes away in the US, you could lose your online business. So whether you are using a podcast, a YouTube channel, TikTok, Snapchat, make sure that you are driving traffic to an email list. And if you want to get started with email marketing, I highly recommend using Flodesk. If you use the link in my description, you can start with Flodesk free for 30 days and lock into the beta rate of 50% off no matter how big your list becomes. So you can use it free for 30 days. Then moving forward, instead of paying $38 a month, you can pay $19 a month. And all you need to do is use the link in my description or use the code LaShonda M. Brown. Thanks so much for stopping by 30 Days of Apps. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you know when I've uploaded the next video in this series. My name is LaShonda, and this is Bootstrap Biz Advice, where I teach you how to grow your biz without breaking the bank. If you need help with your website, click on the link in my description to check out my Squarespace Expert Designer profile. You can also gain access to my resource library for free by clicking on the link in my description. Until next time, ta-ta for now.